Hello everyone and welcome to the LLG Bulletin vlog. I'm Deborah Evans, the Chief Executive of LLG, and I'm joined today by our Bulletin Editor, Dennis Hall.
Hello everyone.
Now, Helen is on holiday and taking a well-earned break, so I'm stepping in to give you this week's snappy review of Bulletin 20, plus the latest LLG news and what's coming up for the week. But first, Dennis, what caught your attention last week?
Well, sausage rolls and goujons have been flying in a dispute between Westminster City Council and Greggs about late-night opening in Leicester Square in London. It was even a topic on Have I Got News for You? They, like us, focused on perhaps what is the strange requirement that was imposed upon the bakery that they must now have their own door security staff. Next, back to voter ID. Data collected by the BBC shows that thousands of people did not vote in England's local elections, as they did not have correct ID. Information from over 160 councils shows that 26,000 voters were initially denied ballot papers at polling stations, and of these, 17,000 people came back with valid ID, while above 9,000 didn't return at all. The Electoral Commission are due to report more fully on this in the coming weeks. Elections are also in the news this week as government announced last Tuesday a whole raft of new changes concerning postal and proxy voting. Deborah.
Well, what's happening at LLG, I hear you ask? Well, like many of you out there, we have a lot on. So I personally can't wait for the spring conference in Birmingham on the 9th of June, which is an opportunity to sit back, breathe, and listen to some inspirational content, update your legal knowledge and focus on your own well-being. Now, we've got some fabulous speakers, including 2 mayors, a Centre for Governance and Scrutiny, a green panel looking at practical things for your local authority, the big reveal of our quality, diversity and inclusivity data, and tips on how to improve social mobility, plus lots of information on topics such as levelling up and the elections that Dennis just mentioned. Additionally, if that's not enough, it's the much celebrated LLG Awards in the evening. Could you be a winner? Well, come join us and meet me for a coffee and a chat. So next, it's sneaky peek time, Dennis. What's coming up in bulletin number 21?
Well, interesting, Deborah. Almost under the radar, the government have just announced how it intends to change employment law post-Brexit. The Department for Business and Trade has published its report entitled Smarter Regulation to Grow the Economy, setting out its proposed reforms in 3 areas: working time regulations, QP, and post-termination restrictions. And finally, look out too for the podcast from One Crown Office Row on AI for lawyers. So what is the future of solicitors, barristers, and even the judiciary as artificial intelligence overtakes traditional ways of delivering legal solutions? Deborah.
Indeed. And for more detailed coverage of the bulletin entries, don't forget to listen to the Grapevine podcast. So it's goodbye from me.
And from me too.
And see you next week. Goodbye.